What is up, my friends? Good morning. It is a fucking fabulous Wednesday morning here in Arkansas. It's enchilada day, by the way. I just wanted to log in, and I hate that my camera does this. Look at that. Hate that. Time for a change. We're just gonna have to do it like this for a while because it's in between, and that really sucks. The light just isn't right at this time, and I don't want to go inside. I'll just use this dirty old building as a backdrop. I just wanted to log in and tell you that I love you and I care about you and I'm thinking about you and I'm praying for you. And I want to talk about our president, Donald Trump. Now, it's no secret to those who have been watching Lil Doggy, 10 or so of you, for all that time, that I support Donald Trump. Now, he's not the Messiah. He's not my God. He's not above the law. He's not beyond reproach, because I've disagreed with some things he said, but not many. He's just a man who pledged to do a lot of things on his way up, things that were populism, and things that most of the middle of America happen to agree with. Now, we have a couple of bigger cities who are using immigrants. They're using, well, anything and any means they can to get more voters so that they can transform the country. Now you've got the Obamas have Netflix contract, and they're going to produce reality TV and movies and some documentaries and some other shit, some series. And that's the new liberal TV. I've been a Netflix subscriber for, well, since almost the first month that they had Netflix. I'm grandfathered in to a lower price because of how long I've been in Netflix, and it kind of pisses me off that they would do this. But you got partisan hacks everywhere, and most of them are on that side. Look at your local news. They're all so anti-Trump. They all jumped on the bandwagon. You've got the same people who framed your president, yes, framed him, tried to set his ass up. You got the same people investigating him. So they set him up and they're investigating. The fox in the hen house, so to speak. There's the boy. Morning, son. Morning, Kendall Wright. Corey Dietz, Angry Patrick. Watch me on Friday morning, or listen Friday morning, 6 to 10, edgelittlerack.com, 100.3 The Edge locally. I'll be hanging out. I'll be a morning radio personality for a day. Check that out. Ain't that sexy? People say that he's corrupt, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not corrupt. In fact, he's way less corrupt than Clinton or Obama or Clinton. And, you know, I have seen the left always complaining, well, you always come back to Obama or Clinton. Why you always? Because it shows your double standard. Because you say this has happened and that's happened, and it's the same thing was done by these other people, only illegally. And what he's doing is not illegal. Of course, his hotels are going to make more money, which, by the way, are not his hotels anymore. They belong to the corporation, and his sons run it. So he's the president of the United States. That's his job. He's not a hotel magnate anymore. But nonetheless, of course, his hotels are going to make more money. Did he build that hotel in Washington thinking I'll become president and make a shit ton of money? No. He just had a hotel there. Same thing with Mar-a-Lago. You know, everybody called it the Winter White House before he started calling it the Winter White House. I remember the first weekend he went down there, oh yeah, the Winter White House. You know, Trump Tower or Air Force One or the White House or Camp David, all them places. That's they have, the Secret Service has places set up, and it's just as secure as the other. They have all the infrastructure everywhere they're at. He can run the country from a cell phone now. Probably the football is probably a cell phone. People say he's racist. How? MS-13 is made up of a bunch of animals, subhuman people. Their mentality makes them animals. And it's not degrading all immigrants, because all immigrants aren't gang members. All immigrants aren't part of MS-13. You're doing that. That's just as stupid as saying that black people aren't smart enough or motivated enough to go get IDs, so you can't have an ID voter law. That's racist, and that is part of the left's argument. So yeah, we will point out things that the left does that are ridiculous, while you've got one hand with a knife in the back, and you've got the other hand reaching around this side, patting the back, and you're smiling to our faces. Actually kind of pathetic, the way Democrats are when you think about it. Especially the media. Fucking pathetic asshat shills. And America is watching. In fact, the world is fucking watching. Asshats like Adam Schiff, who are constantly just coming out saying bad things, this hashtag resist. All you hashtag resist fucking idiots. The world sees. People can read the shit you write. People will remember all of this shit in the end when it comes out. And I've been saying all along, Donald Trump may not be the most wholesome person on the planet, but I guarantee you he is the one that we need right now as president. He's taking care of shit. Trade, it'll work out. Trade is happening. He's fixing the economy. This phase one, he's got phase one of the economy is this trickle-down economics. And phase two is fixing to come out. You just wait and see what that's going to do. So we got racism, the economy. We got corruption. He's not even taking his fucking salary. He's donating it back to the vets. All these cocksuckers, and I mean it, cocksucker, deep throat, fucking gagging on it cocksuckers who have a problem with Donald Trump and the way he supports our police and our firemen and our first responders. If you hate the police, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. And it ain't just because my little brother's a cop. It's because them people are getting ambushed. They're getting killed. And at the same time, they'll shoot somebody that's forcing them to shoot them, and then they'll go try and save their fucking life. Majority of them. There are fucking assholes who will run up and kick somebody in the fucking head after they've already been handcuffed, and them assholes are getting fired. Everybody has fucking chest cams now. It's bullshit. There's going to be accountability. In fact, everybody is just forcing accountability. Our problems are being fixed. School shootings. Kelly Clarkson made a great point the other day. These moments of silence aren't fixing anything. How about moments of action? How about that? Let's fucking harden our schools. I don't care if my kids got to go through 7 or 8 metal detectors. That's what it takes to make sure that none of the kids in that school get shot. Fucking do it. I don't care. I just don't want kids to get killed. And if you don't want kids to get killed, fucking harden the schools. Quit saying it's a gun's fault. Gun ain't done a fucking thing. Guns don't just get up and walk around. Someone has to have that fucking intent. Well, if they didn't have a gun, they couldn't do that. They'd walk in with a fucking knife. It's happening over in fucking London. Look. It's happening in France. Look. Pay attention. You say with trade and pulling out of the Iran deal that all of Europe is having a problem with that. Well, Europe, one of their biggest trading partners is Iran. They have all of these citizens, these Arab citizens who have had this mass exodus. They're going up there and invading Europe at their fucking request. And they're fucking scared. They've been changed to Arab countries. This has happened to Europe several times, and they've had to drive them out. Well, it's fucking too late for that shit. You ain't driving nobody out now. That medieval times is gone. Where people light is where they're at now. And they have rights. They have insurance. Free this and free that. While they've got... In fact, we're doing that here. We have people who lived here their entire lives who are citizens, and they are not eligible for the same thing that someone who walks across the border illegally and gets fucking caught with. Anything illegal. They have more rights than us. They'll send them to a fucking sanctuary city, and now fucking California is fixing to give everybody free insurance. Wouldn't Bernie Sanders just love that shit? All these crooked piece of shit motherfuckers turning around and pointing at Donald Trump when they've got all these fingers pointing right fucking back. They're evil. They're fucked in the head. These liberal asshat fucking jerkwad cocksuckers. Not happy with liberals today. Now, I do know some liberals that are good people. I talk to them all the time. But I don't really think they are liberals. I think they are. But they're not. They're down the middle. There needs to be two parts to the Democrat Party. The left and the fucking moderates. And people have forgotten what that was. You're either Team A or Team B now, Democrat or Republican. But there are some wacko fucking liberal Democrats. And there are some wacko fucking conservative Republicans. But there are far less wacko Republicans than there are wacko Democrats. So I just call them liberals. Or Democrats. Conservatives or Republicans. Or libertarian, which seems to be a forgotten race nowadays. Because Rand Paul, that's a piece of shit. His daddy was a libertarian. I don't know. I'm gonna get off here. I've talked too much. It's a long fucking video, but I can tell you what. If you support Donald Trump, if he's done all this in 17, 18 months, if he's got all of this accomplished, with hashtag resist happening and everybody calling him out and everybody watching him close and all this scrutiny, and they've had fucking spies in his campaign and they still can't prove anything wrong. They tried to set him up for collusion and they can't prove collusion. It's time to get all this shit out of the way and let the man fucking lead. Because by now, if he didn't have all this shit and everybody was on his side and everybody did all the fucking shit they were supposed to do, most of the shit would be fucking fixed. Because he would have had immigration done already. Because he addressed that. He would have had welfare done already. Because he's addressed that. He would have had DACA fixed. Because he tried to address that. And who fucking stopped that from happening? Liberals. Democrats. Hashtag fucking resist. Stopped progress from happening. Think. Vote for person first. Good ideas. Things that will help and move America forward. I love you. I'm praying for you. Go eat some enchiladas today. Tell people you love them. Shake hands with a cop or a vet. Tell them you appreciate them. And just be the bad motherfucker you are. Be each other's motherfuckers. Take care of people. I love you. Have a good one.
Lil Doggy.